meaning, the significance or implication of this tremendous ovation on behalf of the Attorney General is for each individual to accept or deduce on his own. Questions arise, is this ovation on behalf of the Attorney General himself? Is that he is a living symbol of the late President, his brother? Did the convention want him as Vice President? But certainly this ovation was not expected, I don't think. To this convention, we're probably aware that this is going to be an emotional night, this convention, and we just can't tell what emotions are going to do with about 6,000 people. 6,000 includes just the delegates in Albany.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, Mrs. Johnson, Senator Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, I wish to speak just for a few moments. I first want to thank all of you, delegates to the Democratic National Convention, and the supporters of the Democratic Party, for all that you did for President John F. Kennedy.
Ovation, by the way, ran about 12 minutes.
I want to express my appreciation to you for the effort that you made on his behalf at the convention 4 years ago, the efforts that you made on his behalf for his election in November of 1960, and perhaps most importantly, the encouragement and the strength that you gave him after he was elected President of the United States. I know that it was a source of the greatest strength to him to know that there were thousands of people all over the United States who were together with him, dedicated to certain principles and certain ideals. No matter what talent an individual possesses, no matter what energy he might have, no matter how much integrity and honesty he might have, if he is by himself and particularly a political figure, he can accomplish very little. No one knew that really more than President John F. Kennedy. And he knew so that when he became president, he wanted to do something for the mentally ill and the mentally retarded, for those who were not covered by Social Security, for those who were not receiving an adequate minimum wage, for those who did not have adequate housing, for our elderly people who had difficulty paying their medical bills. But even beyond that, his idea really was that this country should have been, and this world really, should be a better place when we turned it over to the next generation than when we inherited it from the last generation. And that's why with all of these other efforts that he made, you were there, all of you, When there were difficulties, you sustained him. When there were periods of crisis, you stood beside him. When there were periods of happiness, you laughed with him. And when there were periods of sorrow, you comforted him. I realize that as an individual, that we can't just look back, that we must look forward. When I think of President Kennedy, I think of what Shakespeare said in Romeo and Juliet, when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he shall make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. And I think that if we dedicate ourselves, as he frequently did, to all of you when he spoke, when he quoted from Robert Frost and said that the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. I thank you. President Kennedy, I think of what Shakespeare said in Romeo and Juliet, when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he shall make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun.